A few hours ago, the chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, Army General Valery Gerasimov, arrived at the Pokrovsk direction of the front. After receiving the report from Colonel-General Andrei Mordvichev, who commands the group of troops under the designation center, Chief of the General Staff Valery Gerasimov summarized the interim results and outlined the next steps for the Russian forces in this direction of the front. My dear truth seekers, the arrival of the Chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces in Pokrovsk direction of the front is a bad sign for the Ukrainian command and the Kiev authorities. The fact is that Army General Valery Gerasimov never visits key directions of the front for no reason. Many experts have noticed that when the Chief of the General Staff visits a particular direction of the front, Russian troops intensify their offensive actions and even achieve a breakthrough in the enemy's defense. For instance, a week before the breakthrough of Russian troops in the Kursk region, Army General Valery Gerasimov visited the headquarters of the group of troops under the designation Sever, in the Kursk direction of the front. And exactly 1 week later, the Russian army liberated the city of Sudza, causing the Ukrainian army and NATO forces to flee chaotically from this Russian region. By the way, war correspondents report that Ukrainian troops, including dozens of regular officers from NATO countries, who have been surrounded in the Kursk region, are trying to escape in small groups, hoping that Russian reconnaissance drones will not notice them. For instance, yesterday the Russian military published a rather funny video footage that clearly shows how one Ukrainian soldier is trying to escape from the Kursk region pretending to be a green bush. At the same time, this so-called Ukrainian warrior, for some unknown reason, decided to escape from the Kursk region in the afternoon, through the open area. Given the fact that the Kiev authorities are forcibly mobilizing all citizens into the Ukrainian army, even people with intellectual disabilities, it is safe to assume that it was a mentally retarded Ukrainian citizen on the video, who was forcibly mobilized by the Kiev regime. It is also worth noting the shocking statement of the Russian soldiers, who are fighting in Pokrovsk direction of the front. In particular, on March 20th, they stated that the Ukrainian command, due to a catastrophic shortage of manpower, began throwing women into battle. According to them, over the past week, they have destroyed 3 Ukrainian assault groups that tried to attack Russian positions. The scariest thing is that all these assault groups consisted only of women. In total, in the last week alone, the Ukrainian command has sent about 100 women to certain deaths. Meanwhile, on the night of March 21st, the Kiev regime once again violated the agreements reached during a telephone conversation between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Even though the Ukrainian and Russian armies have pledged not to strike at the energy infrastructure facilities, the Kiev regime, led by Volodymyr Zelensky, continues to sabotage the agreements reached during a telephone conversation between the US and Russian presidents. So, after Ukrainian drones attacked an oil pipe in the Kavkazskaya settlement, in the Krasnodar region, Volodymyr Zelensky gave another criminal order. In particular, on the night of March 21st, Ukrainian drones and multiple launch rocket systems attacked the Sudza gas measuring station. Moreover, 2 hours after that, Zelensky said that Russia allegedly carried out this attack to discredit the Ukrainian army in the eyes of Washington, and show the world that Kiev was not complying with agreements. At the same time, it is worth noting that, unlike Zelensky, Vladimir Putin continues to stick to the terms of the agreement strictly. In the last 3 days, the Russian aerospace forces, along with missile units, have not targeted a single facility of Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Over the past few days, Russia has been attacking only military installations of the Ukrainian army and NATO forces. By the way, today was also no exception. So, on the night of March 21st, Russia launched another massive missile attack on military facilities in southern, central, and northern Ukraine. This time, independent monitoring services recorded about 70 powerful explosions in such regions of Ukraine as Kirovograd, Zaporizhia, Sumy, Kiev, and Odessa. During the attack on military installations in these Ukrainian regions, Russia used dozens of cruise and ballistic missiles, as well as geranium kamikaze drones. So, in the Kirovograd region, in the southern part of the city of Svetlovodsk, Russian kamikaze drones hit the territory of an abandoned confectionery factory. As it turned out, the Ukrainian command used this facility as a place for temporary deployment for the personnel of the Ukrainian army and foreign mercenaries. It is reported that as a result of this missile strike, 30 Ukrainian soldiers and 10 foreign mercenaries from Eastern and Western Europe were killed. In Zaporizhia and Sumy regions, Russian cruise missiles hit 5 weapons depots. In the Kiev region, in settlements such as Vasilkov and Fastov, Russian missiles hit and destroyed 3 command posts and 2 logistics hubs. On the night of March 21st, the most explosions were recorded in the city of Odessa. So, in the southern part of the city, Russian missiles hit the household appliances plant, Telekart. As it turned out, this plant produced a large number of FPV drones for the Ukrainian army. Simultaneously with this, in the central part of Odessa, Russian kamikaze drones, together with 2 Iskander-M ballistic missiles, hit a local shopping mall. As it turned out, 15 American ATACMS ballistic missiles were stored in the warehouses of this shopping mall, supplied to Ukraine as part of a program to support the Ukrainian army during the Biden administration. According to Russian intelligence, the NATO military transported these missiles from Poland in strict secrecy. For security reasons, these missiles were delivered individually for a month. As you can see, the Russians waited patiently until all the missiles were delivered to Odessa. And only after that, this entire batch of expensive missiles was destroyed. Moreover, on the night of March 21st, the Russian military also destroyed the underground parking lot of this shopping center. As it turned out, there were 3 units of the French Caesar self-propelled guns. At the same time, numerous sources in the Russian military department confirmed that in addition to expensive military cargo, 15 NATO officers were also killed in this shopping mall. It is reported that they were British, Canadian, and French citizens. As it turned out, these NATO officers accompanied the expensive military cargo and organized its further shipment to the war zone.